Alright, so let's see who could be next up to be another level 5. Maybe they add another rank 8 or something, rank 9, 10, it just depends. Yeah, they just got a good 7 for now, showing like, yeah, how difficult it can be to become one, or at least, yeah, be at that level out of over, how many, 2 million, I think? Yeah, 2 million people in Academy City or so. Really, I do not have much else to say right now, so I guess I'll just start this up here. Yeah, just seeing these level 5 Esper candidates explain, and I just see a few in the thumbnail, some people that I remembered seeing before, maybe certain friends of people, but yeah, no, let's just get right into it. Hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, to get this reaction started.
While there are only 7 level 5 Espers in Academy City out of over 2 million
Yep,
students,
2 million.
did you know that there are Espers in this city who have the potential to reach the same elite category? All the scientists of the city were under the impression they had the chance of getting there and said, I don't want to play with you anymore. In order to be given the level 5 classification, you must get approval from Academy City's board of directors, which should include Alistair Crowley, the board chairman of the city. There is also a classified document in the city known as the parameter list, which features all Espers and basically records the max level they would be able to reach, meaning that some of them are forever destined to be powerless level zeros, no matter how hard they try. Gonna cry? Therefore, Academy City invests
Yeah, they do it like
all of
that.
its Esper development resources to the ones who look like they can get to the higher levels, while the other ones, doomed for mediocrity, are left in the gutter. Academy City sure is dreamy. Let's get started with the beginning child, who was the first ever artificial Esper
beginning
developed
child.
in the early days of the city's formation, during the immediate period after World War II. This was just after Alistair had faked his own death and purchased a third of the firebombed ruins of Tokyo, and then used something called the Archetype Controller to convince the world to think experimenting on children for science is perfectly normal. This was a time before what we know as the Power Curriculum program wasn't even formed, as the experiments on a beginning child were the first of their kind in the city, with Alistair's attempt to develop Espers at the Abbey of Thelema in the 1920s providing the basis for it. The legendary alleged psychic Mifune Chizuko, who lived during the late Meiji period in Japan, had her data used to help turn the beginning child into an Esper, implying Mifune was a gemstone or natural Esper. The experiments were a success, with the beginning child having the ability to alter the environment around her by terraforming her surroundings to ensure the survival of nearby living creatures in her vicinity. It is believed that Alistair considered her ability too unpredictable and difficult to control, and therefore was placed in a cryo tank so that her data could then be used to create more Espers. She was eventually awoken from her slumber 50 years later, but that's a story for another video. With her ability being very powerful, what level was the beginning child given? The answer is none, as the level system was not even an established concept at this early stage of Academy City's history. However, the data from the beginning child was then used to form the modern day level hierarchy and a power curriculum. She possibly would have been ranked at level 5 if she did exist in the modern day. However, Alistair may have objected due to her not being his cup of tea. Taketsubo Riko is one of 4 members of the dark side organization known as Item, who acts as the support to the other girls who possess the true firepower. She is a level 4 Esper with the ability known as AIM Stalker, which does not make her an actual stalker, as that's more Etzali style. But seriously, this power is basically the ultimate Esper tracker, as she is able to register nearby AIM fields, which then lets Taketsubo locate her target even if they have left the planet itself. An AIM or AIM field is specifically the invisible energy which all Espers passively emit from their bodies. While this doesn't seem like an overly impressive power on paper due to it not being flashy or offensive in nature, Taketsubo is considered a highly valuable asset. AIM Stalker is nearly perfect for hunting down targets, which is why she is such a key member of Item.
Yeah, this was a definitely good refresher for me.
Potential out of all level 4 Espers, with the parameter list and the scientists in the city anticipating she will eventually become the 8th level 5.
Yeah, 8. Yeah, there we go. Adding another rank.
Mugano Shizuri, the 4th rank level 5, forces Takitsubo to consume the body crystal drug to enhance her power. Disclaimer, kids, drugs will not turn you into a level 5 Esper, no matter how high you get. Under the boost of the drug, the range and power of her ability is increased for a short duration of time, with the drawbacks being that repeated use of body crystal can be deadly for the user. The question is, what would Takitsubo be like as a full level 5? It is implied that the next stage of her power would be to completely influence aim fields, being able to manipulate them at will. This would break the entire Esper system of the city, as she would be able to give others crazy powers if she wanted, turning level 0s into level 5s, or nerfing a level 5 like Accelerator back to being a helpless cripple. Due to this invalidating the surface function of Academy City, she would be known as the Academy Individual. It is somewhat believed Takitsubo might have manifested part of this power already, as theorized by Kakina Teitoku, who believes she might have been able to cause a disturbance in his own aim field without her being even aware of it. But we have still yet to see the next stage of Takitsubo's progression. Next is another member of Academy City's dark side, Musujime Ai of Group.
No, I definitely need to know what she can do again.
Ai's ability, Move Point, is regarded as the most powerful teleportation ability.
I just know what Accelerator did to her, and that was about it. Or that's all I can remember.
Manga. Unlike Kuroko, who is limited to only teleporting herself and other objects, up to 130.7 kilograms in mass via physical contact. Owaki can teleport herself and anything in her field of vision up to 4,520 kilograms, usually employing the use of a torch. Yes, torch, not flashlight, Americans. We invented this language, and then pointing it towards her desired target. However, Owaki's progress was hindered as a child due to an accident which involved teleporting herself between a wall. I swear, I've heard of something like that before. Nah, never mind. This was traumatic for Owaki and made her not want to use Move Point on herself unless she had no other choice, as she often vomits after teleporting herself as a result. If this never happened, it is possible that Owaki's power development would have been given priority by Academy City, but after the accident, this progression was ceased, likely ending Owaki's chance of being classed as a level 5 for good. Despite Owaki's drawbacks, which affect her power, Move Point remains a super powerful ability, especially when it goes out of control. Still no match for this guy though.
Yeah.
Mitsuari Ayu. And
yeah, I remember her.
A level 3 Esper, but she had so much more potential with the mental stinger ability, which is a power that controls the mind via influencing the moisture in the brain. She was reliant on a device such as a phone that is capable of taking photographs. At the Clone Dolly Ideal Lab, she was one of the candidates to become a level 5 Esper along with Shokuho Misaki, another girl with a mind controlling ability known as Mental Out, as the tree diagram supercomputer had estimated that either Ayu or Misaki could level up to 5. One achieving the prestigious rank and the other one doomed to fail. While both possess powerful mental abilities in their own right, only one would be selected to become level 5, with that, of course, being Misaki. Ayu, on the other hand, was shafted pretty hard, not even being given the rank of level 4, but an even lower level 3. The parameter list addressed Ayu as the failure of the 2 mental ability Espers. And so, all the efforts and research for Esper development was then concentrated on Misaki. Due to this, Ayu began to despise Misaki, having a vendetta against her.
Yeah, you're the reason I'm like this.
For all her life's failures. Ah, poor Ayu. I'm sure she remains mentally stable after this. Now let's talk about another girl who was.
Oh yeah, her. That's what it was.
Hokage Junko. You may know her as the pink-haired ringlet curl girl.
Yeah, that's what I
who
saw
is
from the
Misaki's
thumbnail.
right-hand lady. And for good reason, as Junko is a pretty powerful Esper who excels in physical close-quarters combat, which compensates for Misaki's notorious limitations in that department. Junko is a level 4 Esper with the Rampage Dress ability, which is classified under the Electromaster umbrella of powers due to it being electricity-based. Junko's progress was noted by scientists at the lab, as her ability was noted to be very strong, not only being able to strengthen her body, but also regenerate injuries nearly instantly. Rampage Dress, however, placed a burden on both her body and mind, causing her pain, a subconscious defense mechanism to prevent her from using the full extent of her power. Due to this hindrance, Junko was consequently not classed as a level 5, but with the astral body power of Yuri Senya, or the Ghost Girl, she is able to use her full power unrestricted for a much longer period of time, allowing Junko to even contend with Sogita Gunher, the 7th ranked level 5. Therefore, it can likely be assumed that this state would be what Junko would be like if she did reach level 5. Speaking of Sogita, don't forget, I'll be explaining all his crazy ass abilities into a theory about his power
I already looked at that.
22k subs, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see that video. Shundan Kimi is next, who is a character from the Railgun manga,
Level
so you have been
0?
warned about spoilers. Kimi was a child error, first classed as level 0, until she and her friends were taken into an Esper power boosting lab as research specimens. However, after doing tests on Kimi, the scientists were mysteriously not able to detect her aim field, which all Espers should passively emit, irrespective of level. Either her power was unable to manifest, or their sensors were simply unable to detect it. Turned out to be the latter, as eventually they figured out she was too dangerous to keep alive in Mace Windu fashion, and attempted to kill Kimi when she was just a young child. But what is her ability that is so threatening? Well, it was reported a black hole emerged in the universe approximately 12 billion light years away. At the exact same time, Kimi's aim field was confirmed while conducting experiments on her, believing the black hole was in some way connected to Kimi's ability, which would make her classified as a holistic Esper, which functions in reverse to how
yeah, he was
Esper
explaining that in
normally
that
work. Instead
Esper
of a personal reality
video
in the Esper's mind, causing the change in the macroscopic reality outside of the brain, a macroscopic event or change occurs, which then can influence something on a microscopic level. Essentially, this would mean that the black hole helped manifest Kimi's power, if she were truly a holistic Esper, that is. Since it stated that her power caused the creation of the black hole, it should be the other way around if Kimi was to be one. As a result of the discovery, the scientists requested the parameter list be updated for Kimi to be included as the 9th rank of 5, under the assumption Takitsubo would be accepted as the 8th.
Yeah, the 8th.
But I guess
Someone's
already they didn't get a response. Because of Kimi's crazy power, it actually attracted Toma's Angel Dragon to use her as a power source and as a new host. Last but not least, we have a character from the light novels known as Mido no Hoshimi, which is an alias as we don't know her real name. Seriously, Mido might be a contender for the strongest level 4 in the franchise due to the sheer scale and feats of her telekinesis ability. Basically, she can move stuff with her mind. Mido is, however, unable to control human beings with her power and effectively ragdoll them. But it doesn't really matter, as she can overpower even a level 5 Esper, forcing Academy City's Railgun to feel outmatched, causing all Misaka fans to cry due to their waifu being power crept. How the hell is it possible that Mido is ranked lower? Well, during Midono's Esper development, her mind was further optimized for using her power via what is known as the signal slide method, prioritizing her brain's function towards using her power, but consequently affecting her normal cognitive function. Despite her insane power, she's unable to learn how to use chopsticks, much to the dismay of the entirety of East Asia and herself. And so, Midono's terrible villain motivation was born. She is regarded as the strongest telekinesis user in Academy City due to the sheer force she can create from nothing. She had not been approved as level 5 as the higher-ups did not see any economic value or alternate uses for her power besides killing and destruction.
Okay.
Mido's power is so great, she can crush a 50-foot skyscraper into a little softball. What's even more mind-blowing is that she created a fault line in the Earth's crust under Academy City, while shaking the entire underground structure of the city at the same time. Honestly, out of all the candidates who deserve to be level 5, I think it's crazy that Mido was not accepted for this feat alone. That pretty much covers it. Let me know down below in the comments which Esper on this list do you think deserves to be level 5 and why. And if you want more content about the level 5 Espers, click on these videos on screen right now.
And that is it for this one. So yeah, looking at all of them, they, can pretty much just be level 5 like instantly, right? If anything, just really high up. Not just simply, oh no, you're the 8th or the 9th. Like, no, you can be higher than that. You can be really rank number 4 or something, number 2, But like for some, it's just like you can't really release your full potential yet, or maybe just a traumatic event that happened. And the thing is, once you get over that trauma, what's stopping them? So it really does depend. It's like whether the event happened or the incident happened or not. It's like once they really know their limits, their actual limits, or know that they really don't have limits, that's it. They're going crazy now, And yeah, now I do remember, I remember Kuriko, she had a little bit of competition with that teleportation. I definitely remember that. But yeah, that feels, or not even feel, well, I can sort of feel that. That's crazy. Like, yeah, that's, okay, I see it now. That's like going, that tore off the skin. That's like to the meat right there. That's what it looks like. So it's like, I guess I see it like your leg is in there and then it kind of went out. Yeah, in that split second. Okay. All of them definitely seem like they can be very powerful. And yeah, definitely her too, right? Yeah, she's he said what, changed the environment or something. And if anything, I think it's changing like the climate, the weather, and all that too, if I'm not mistaken. So even though you're not physically doing anything to anyone, it's like still changing that environment. It can literally be like what, winter or something, or like a winter type of environment, or very hot desert type of environment, and now that person has to adjust. And literally you could just use nature, the terrain around you to take care of your opponent. But I guess it depends. But yeah, that can really be very powerful if you know how to use it. It just depends too, like at how well do you know your opponent. If it's like a first type of like encounter, then you may have to get a good getting used to. But still, there are some people that don't handle certain environments, as well as the other. So yeah, it really just depends. And also, like how I was saying, it could be like rainy. So rainy and then thunderstorms or something. So that could even, power up, I guess, someone like me, Sakura. Or it could just be like someone's weakness. But yeah, it just depends. A volcano or something, I don't know. And you can like literally somehow trap them within like the vicinity of that volcano. Like you either you're taking this magma, or you gotta jump up really high and get over something, or just take care of me in this instant. But other than that, let me see. Her, it's like I knew, but then not really so physical. Okay, and especially from the Gunha, I already saw her from there. But yeah, good to know, like, yeah, good, like, explanation of her ability here. Okay. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, and a good little refresher of this. Yeah, I'm now getting used to like that gemstone. Yeah, having to differentiate between like a regular Esper. You're like, yeah, I don't know that, but yeah, gemstone, and then what was it, holistic? Yeah, holistic. Yeah, that one, it was definitely like, okay, well, I need a good refresher on that, or good explanation. I mean, it's not too difficult to understand. It's just like, okay, a black hole and all. Like, okay, hold up. How powerful are you right now? Like, yeah, what is going on with this holistic Esper? But I think there's only one of them, and that's, yeah, the one that he's talking about here. Compared to the gemstone, I think there's like, what, 2, 3? I know 2 of them, but there may be like, what, 1 more, I think, that I can't think of, that we already know about. Actually, you know what? Let me see. He said the railgun, right? Manga. I'm trying to see if I get that cover image. There we go. So the typical, some new characters. Okay. Number, what, 15? Okay. So you got that. I think that's it. Yep. Alright, well, I guess I'll end this off here. Yeah, definitely seeing how they can be candidates, and if not, I mean, yeah, you can add them, you know, being number 8 or number 9, but really, I mean, you can rank them higher. Yeah, they can be the number 8 Esper that, like, yeah, or number 8, like, level 5 that enter, like, the database or whatever that people will know about. But, yeah, that doesn't mean they have to necessarily be rank number 8, you know. But other than that, I guess I'll end this off here. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you like, subscribe again, and y'all see you guys in the next one.